Welcome to Three Monkeys and One Banana, where the darkest corners of reality come alive. We're about to dive into a terrifying tale that'll leave you sleeping with the lights on. If you're new here, join the ranks of those who dare to listen, and subscribe for more chilling stories. It was already midnight when I was driving the truck, and I was extremely tired. I told Jake, "I'm exhausted. Let's just pull over and sleep for a while." He agreed. We had to travel another hour and a half to reach Missouri. On the way, we saw a deserted spot. The place looked comfortable, so we pulled off to the side of the road and stopped. We opened the food container and had dinner together. It was August, and the area was swarming with mosquitoes. Still, we had no choice but to sleep there. We took our sleeping bags out and laid it on the nearby forest floor in between a huge tree and a rock. An hour passed, and there was still a long night ahead. Neither of us could sleep well. We didn't even have a proper place to lie down, and that spot was barely enough for the two of us. We didn't know what to do. Then, we noticed a light in the distance. I looked in that direction and said, "Hey Jake, what if someone lives there?" He replied, "Let's go check it out. The mosquitoes here are unbearable." So we both walked toward the light. As we approached, we saw someone standing outside the house. It felt like we were watching an actor pose. Right away, we reached the house. I called out, asking if anyone was there, but there was no response. This time, we knocked loudly and shouted. We just saw a shadow of woman through the window, who started to speak in Spanish. Since I knew Spanish fluently too, I asked, "Could you please open the door?" Someone asked who we were and what we wanted. Slowly, she came to understand the situation. She asked, "What's going on?" I explained. "We were traveling, and we got really tired. We thought we could rest by the side of the road, but we couldn't sleep properly. Then we saw the light at your house and thought, maybe we could ask. But now that we're here, we understand. All right, we'll leave." It was already late at night, and the young woman seems to be alone, and two random guys asking for a stay could not have been appropriate, I thought. As I turned to go back, she said, "Why are you worrying so much? We've got plenty of space in our house. You can sleep in another room." I replied, No, it's all right." But she insisted, "Come on, don't be shy. Our home has many rooms. Anyone can stay here." She took us inside. It was a big house with 4 rooms. Inside one of the rooms was an old woman with her. The younger woman looked to be around 20 to 25 years old and had a clear, pleasant appearance. She showed us to a room and closed the door behind us, but slightly open. There was a lamp lit in that room, and she played a soft tune like something from a lullaby. She settled down to sleep, room next to me. By then, it was already midnight. Everything seemed fine. Before I knew it, Jake and I had both dozed off. But I couldn't sleep deeply. That's when I started to hear whispers in my ears. At first, I thought it was nothing, but the whispers grew louder and clearer. I slowly opened my eyes. I wanted to get up and look around, but my body wouldn't move. I kept trying to speak, to ask something, but no sound came from my mouth. The old woman was staring straight into my eyes, smiling faintly. My heartbeat picked up. The younger woman now looked different, more like someone possessed. I kept watching, paralyzed. Then things got worse. Something unexplainable was happening. I tried waking up Jake, who was sleeping beside me, but I couldn't even move. The young woman approached. "It's done," she said. "Now we have to burn him." The old woman laughed eerily and said, "All right." The young woman grabbed a long lock of hair and used it to tie me tightly. My hands and legs were bound. My whole body was drenched in sweat. My heart was pounding. My body just wouldn't listen to me. I tried desperately to wake Jake, but no matter what I did, it didn't work. They laid me on a wooden pyre, tied up. The younger woman looked at me with a terrifying expression and said, "Mother, why are you leaving me now?" She raised her hand in a kind of ritual. Her whole body trembled with rage, her eyes locked onto mine. It felt like she was trying to cast an illusion to put me to sleep. Tears were flowing from her eyes like water. I was terrified. I begged silently. I just wanted to lie there and pretend to sleep. The moment she lit the fire under the pyre, flames burst up. I shut my eyes tightly and screamed, "Save me! Save me!" The whole place started to shake. Suddenly, Jake woke up. He looked at me and said, "What happened? Why are you yelling like that?" I said, "They're killing me." He grabbed me and asked, "What's wrong? Why are you so scared? Calm down." Just then, I came out of the trance. I told him what I saw, how real it all felt. Jake quickly handed me the bottle of water next to him. I drank the water. Jake said, "Man, this place isn't right. We shouldn't stay here." We got up and started searching around in the dark, hoping to find the house again. But no matter how far we walked, we couldn't find it. There was no sign of the house, not even a brick. While we were wandering around, the headlights of a passing vehicle lit up the area. It was a truck. The driver saw us and stopped. He got down and asked what we were doing there. We explained everything to him. Then the driver said, "You're lucky to be alive. There's no house here. This is a deserted place. No one dares come through here at midnight." He shone his flashlight around to show us there really was no house. I was completely shaken by what the driver said. I was still frightened, so we waited near the road for a while until we finally saw our truck again. We immediately got in and left with the driver. This is a real incident that happened to a truck driver named Ray Johnson. The story you just heard was shared by one of our brave subscribers. If you have a similar tale to tell, don't let the darkness consume you alone. Share it with us in the comments below or email it to us. You can find it in the description below, and we might just feature it in our next video. Like, comment, and share this video with those who dare to know. But be warned, you might just invite the darkness in.